What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic coming to you here on the Odd Chopper channel, the Odd Chopper Golf channel to be more specific. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods, such as this lovely Prize Picks. Yeah, we're talking Prize Picks PGA. It's awesome. You want to be signed up. You want to be checking it out. I also have Underdog out there in the corner for you too. Promo code Stochastic if you want to be signing up for that. Promo code Lindy. Get $100 first match deposit bonus as we are talking about all the good, great, grand things that they have to offer in the PGA streets for this week. Of course, there's only round one that's covered for a lot of these, except for the holes played, and that's where we're going to be starting our lovely voyage. If you want to be checking out Pick'em, though, for MLB, for NBA, NBA is done. NFL starting up in 3 months. But either way, 70% off right now to check out all the MLB offerings that we have over at the Odd Chopper Pick'em package. Yeah, MLB streets have been profitable. I have a VOD myself going every single Monday through Friday. It is Lindy's Pick'em Leans, Likes, and Locks. You can check that out. Really fun stuff. Really have been enjoying doing that, so check it out. Yeah, we'll be checking that out. Cool, there we are. There's the Prize Picks overlay. Get $100 first match deposit bonus here at the Odd Chopper Golf channel using promo code Lindy, Lindy. Good stuff. You can also sign up for that in the video description box below. There's a link. But Lindy. Look at that. I can spell. It's great stuff. Let's jump on over here to the Prize Picks card because I said we have a lot of round one forecasted numbers. Some great background music too. Yeah. We're starting with the holes played category, though, and I want to start with some of the week-long categories that we have here. Only 8 players to choose from. Everything else is going to be round one dependent. If you have round 2 questions, hit me up on Twitter at Eric Lindquist. Would be happy to help you, but this is basically a make or miss cut section on Hayden Buckley, on Christian Bezuidenhout, on Will Gordon, on all these characters. Not your favorite golfers in the land. Adam Svensson, my God. But Tom Hoge kind of fits the profile of a River Highlands. Maybe it's just because he's older. Well, I guess he's younger than me, which is weird. He looks older than me. But iron specialist and putter. That is not what Mr. Hayden Buckley is. We are going less over here. Short game, not his forte in any way, shape, or form. If you look at any of the strokes gained data we have going for him here, it is, it's not good. I needed to zoom in. There we go. We'll stay in on his beautiful face. At least give him some face time because we're going to be picking on him. But over the course of his last 50 rounds, this young man has not been good in the old short game department. That is for sure. 151st in this field. Short game around the green, 72nd in putting. He is an off the tee specialist. He's 5th amongst this entire field and off the tee. Doesn't really matter to me on a 6,800, 6,900 yard golf course that we're running into at TPC River Highlands this week. It is highly correlated with around the green play, making putts, and now with such a top heavy field because this is an elevated event, all these players are a lot more at risk to missing the cut. Could he make it? Sure. But he's got to beat a lot of other dudes to get there to that top 65 and ties. So Hayden Buckley, less than 36 and a half holes played. My first play on the card. If you want to pair him with somebody, if you're looking for somebody else, I might be taking more on a guy like Tom Hoge. We could get our card started that way, but the only guy I'm going to be shorting and the only play I have from this section based on what I'm looking at, the entire marketplace, less than 36 and a half for Hayden Buckley. Sorry, champ. Just do what you've been doing. Be terrible around the green and we're going to win money. So that's cool. But we're going to jump into a little bit of a correlation station, my friends. And I'm probably not looking at Wyndham Clark over here on Underdog. You have 68 as the strokes for Wyndham Clark. I took more on that on my Pick'em video today. Once again, check that out on the Odd Chopper channel. This is the Odd Chopper Golf channel. Look at me go. I'm observant and stuff. But we got some morning tee times going here, and I think getting some tee time stacks in your life at the same time that you have to get exposure to other tee time stacks to get a different amount of exposure has to make sense. So I'm taking Rahm, I'm taking Cantlay immediately on the less. I think that they just make phenomenal less on these golf courses. Jon Rahm probably going extremely slept on. You get a half stroke difference between him and Scotty Scheffler. Scotty Scheffler, that hook is a big deal. 3 under as opposed to 4 under is a gigantic difference. Jon Rahm, the number 2 player in the world, he's never finished in the top 25 at this golf course. Scotty Scheffler, he's never really gone nuts on this golf course. Very small sample size here. This is an elevated event, and part of that is a shorter golf course, less demand off the tee, brings a lot more players into play. But still, Rahm Goat, absolutely phenomenal with the U.S. Open play last week. Top 10 there, just snuck into that top 10. And yet I feel like he's going underappreciated coming into this week. He gained in every single category across the board, 2.5 strokes gained with the putter. We got 3.8 with the irons. He had 9.6 he gained with the approach at Memorial. He just lost 5.2 with the putter. It was just a putting disaster. As for Patrick Cantlay, playing around that same exact time, 67.5 for strokes. He plays really well at this golf course, and you can actually look at the last 4 times that he's shown up at this track. Actually 5. They brought round 4 into play here for us too, but a 63 and a 64 and a 67. He had a terrible final round. Otherwise, he would have put himself. He was in that mix on Sunday. Fell apart. Wasn't pretty. But Patrick Cantlay has never. This is a wild stat. He's never finished outside of the top 5 over the course of the last however many. I should probably look up the stat while I'm talking about it, just so that I don't sound like an absolute idiot. I already sound like an idiot, and I'm pausing for dramatic effect. All right. We're going to the Travelers here. In his last 5 appearances, he has not finished worse than 15th. He's also not finished better than 11th. Let me say that one more time. He has finished from 11th to 15th 5 straight years in this tournament. He has been positive with the putter in 3 straight. He's been positive with the approach in all 5. That's ridiculous. Now, he had miscut. He also played in this when he was an infant. I believe he shot 61 out here. Is that correct back in the day? It was a long time ago, like 2011. He's an absolute stud. Just Patrick Cantlay. Less 67.5. Also going to be popular for DFS. So let's short him there on the it's not shorting him, it's actually being bullish on him. Less than 60.5 strokes for both of them. But now I feel a little bit dirty. Because Justin Thomas, I thought about taking more on his 68.5. He does play a morning time. So does Wyndham Clark. Again, I'm staying away from him. I wish it were at 68. I would automatically click on more there. But this, my friends, is what I feel bad about. I'm still going to take more on Ricky Fowler, 68.5. He played awesome. He's been playing awesome this entire season, and, well, didn't play very well out here last time around, and I think this is speaking to more of, like, what this golf course should be playing like and how we should be expecting morning scores to probably be a little bit better, but he's been so good with the approach, so good around the green. His golf game fits this golf course pretty perfectly, but coming off of the U.S. Open, a lot of disappointment on Sunday there. Wyndham Clark, again, I feel like staying away from it at the hook there, but I do think amongst this field, he could have a little bit of a letdown on Friday. If I go too less on all of these characters, it's going to affect my payout. I'm getting paid on the flex play here for 5 of the 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess on 4, it's still not affecting it here yet. If I go less on this. Yeah, see, this is only 8x because you're taking all less in the same tee time windows. Even though Victor Hovland's a little bit later, so I don't understand that one entirely. But Ricky Fowler, I'm looking at shorting. We won't add him to the card here for right now. We're going to keep Hayden Buckley, Rahm, Cantlay. Those are 3 for you. I want 2 that correlate nicely together that are afternoons, and that's where I click on Adam Scott instantly on the more of 68.5. He's an automatic play. And I think Ludwig Aberg and Sam Bennett are both really stud fantastic golfers. Ludwig, you're going to get to know him on the PGA Tour. He is unbelievable out of Texas Tech. We don't know a ton about his profile. He bombs it for sure. Sam Bennett, we've seen him now a lot at the Masters, US Open. He put himself in the mix, had a really bad Saturday, but Ludwig has 68.5 next to Sam Bennett. I get it. Ludwig could be amazing, but he's teeing off in the afternoon window. It's going to get really soft over the weekend, and I think we're looking at a lot of lower numbers here. I think taking a more on Ludwig and nuking it to 13.5x, I'm getting better than the 10x on this flex play for the W on it because he's the one outlier out of the entire grouping. If you add Sam Bennett to the card, this becomes 25x. So again, that's correlated because they're in the same tee time block, but I get the one piece of deviation. Pay attention to these prize structures because these change. 13.5x, it's saying this is even harder to pull off because we have the more on Adam Scott, the more on Ludwig Aberg, and Cantlay, Rahm, Buckley. So take advantage of these flex plays. They change in golf more than they change in any other type of mix. These payout shifts show up when it is differently scaled. So this is what we're going to be rolling with here. Glad to talk through a couple of those because I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to finish up with. But Hayden Buckley was the auto play, less 36.5 holes. Think he misses the cut. John Rahm, less on 67.5 with Cantlay there. Early morning tee times. Scott and Aberg, we got more. Shout out Texas Tech, though. Kim Kaufman, phenomenal female golfer from Clark, South Dakota. Nearby. We had the same teacher growing up. That's why I'm giving it a shout out. Anyway, we're going to place that entry. We're going to hopefully win some money together. I will post this, have this all set up for you in the premium Discord as well. You can sign up for that in the video description box below, as well as all of our other great offerings. Friends, I'm out of here. Got to do some MLB work. Until next time, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck at TPC River Highlands for the Travelers this weekend on PrizePicks.